What's going on, Virgo? Hello, Virgo. For the three of you guys who watch, thank you so much for you two Virgos out there in the world who watch these tarot reads. Please excuse the microphone. Please excuse this. Okay, and is this music too loud? I'm trying to set the tone here, set the mood. So some of the other signs are getting extended reads. This is the extent of the read I'm giving you guys, since I don't get a lot of Virgos, and I know you guys say, don't give up, but I got to go with what feels good to me. I'm doing it facing you guys this time. So this is your July 2018 general read. So whether you're coupled, single, looking for money, looking for love, whatever the situation is, if it's for you, it's going to come through. If it's not, it's not. And I'm facing you guys, so bear with me because I'm going to try to do it facing you guys, but I typically don't do it that way. Let's begin with your current energies. There is wish fulfillment. So you've recently experienced some good news, and that could be in anything right now because we have a whole spread to get through. But you are experiencing some good news, and because of that, you're doing a little bit of celebration. You know, I don't think you're overindulging, but if you are, just temper that slightly. But you're having a good time because you deserve it. Yep, there you go. You do deserve a celebration. You're doing really well. You've been patient. You've persevered. And so you're experiencing a very good windfall, whatever that means to you. And so that's good. That's your current energy. You stood your ground. You are standing your ground. So I think that if you're going through it right now, you're expecting a windfall. You're expecting to be celebrated, to get a raise, to get a promotion, to be recognized in a relationship. You're expecting those things. And in your expectation, you're holding on to what you believe to be true to yourself, and you're being a person of integrity right now, and that's really great. What's going on around you? So you've planted seeds. You are expecting to receive a good news, a return. You're being extremely Virgo right now. You're like, I know that if I'm careful and I plant seeds and I do what I'm supposed to do and I temper maybe whatever indulgences I indulge in, if I temper those things and I plant seeds and I do hard work and I focus, I'm going to yield the rewards. I'm going to reap the benefits. That's exactly what's going to happen, I think, because that's the energy around you. I think that you had to make a decision. I think you might have made a decision, but it's not, I don't feel negative energy here. I feel like it's a good decision. Like you're like, I can do A or B. I could do A or B. And you have made a decision secretly, I think, internally. And now it's time for you to express that decision that you've recently made, or at the very least, take action with that decision. I think that the decision you made was to reach out to someone you haven't spoken to in a while, to reopen lines of communication with someone you haven't spoken to in quite some time, which could be a good thing. But what are your hopes and fears with that? Well, your hope is that you finally stop stagnation. You finally stop feeling like you're trapped in a situation and you begin to move forward in a situation. Again, I don't know if this is love or career or what, but it does feel like you had to make a decision about something, and that's exactly what you intend to do or have done. I think you're excited about that feeling because you feel free now. Be careful, because I think that you are worried that you're going to come across another character who tries to manipulate you. Also be careful that you're not the person doing the manipulation. You're not the person who's like, oh, well, A, B plus C, and you suddenly have this feeling of like a delusion maybe about your abilities, like what you could actually bring to a table. Don't kid yourself. Like, be real about that. Even though you feel like I can do it. That's great. Can you do it though? I'm sure you can. But the point is, don't kid yourself, because your expectations, you own your reality, but you can't own someone else's expectations of you and what you bring to the table or what they expect from you. I think that your hope is also that you are able to be left alone to think, left alone to do your tasks, to do your job, and do it with great aplomb and be successful and be, have successes in your own right without coattail riding or without relying on somebody else's skills or their tools or what they have going on for them. You don't want to rely on somebody else. You want to be self-sufficient, and that's exactly who you are and how you are. But I think that you might have had some moments where you weren't feeling that strong, but I think you're back at it. What we know to be true in this scenario, you are juggling. So I think you're going to be very busy around this time in July 2018. Virgo, you're going to be busy doing some stuff. You're going to be juggling. I think head and heart, home life, work life, home life, work life. You're going to be busy trying to balance all those things and not lose your sense of self, that happy person who you are when you're by yourself and you don't have to answer to anybody. You don't have to do anything. I think that's what's going on for what we know to be true. Some of you guys could be dealing with a Gemini, or an Aries. You're dealing with a Gemini or an Aries. Both can be kind of hard-headed at times, Aries mostly. But the Lover's card in reverse is saying that you might be experiencing a sense of disconnect or separation from someone near and dear to you. This could be work or romance, but you are willing to go ahead and start a fresh, brand new story with them, a fresh chapter with this person. Forgive and forget, like move on. You're able to do that, I think, right now. And I think that's what you want to do. In your destiny, you could be feeling emotionally unbalanced, imbalanced. And I think that there's going to be a sense of you not wanting to be too emotionally attached to any one given situation. I think you want to be separate from that, and you want to stand on your own, unsexed, ready to just do you without being too emotionally invested. I think that scares you a little bit right now. So I think you're pulling away emotionally. Either that or you're just emotionally drained or unhappy about a situation. Or you will be, because this is your destiny. Some of you Virgos might be looking to start a family or begin a new project. I think that there's a creative project you want to give birth to. I think that some of you guys are pregnant with thought, pregnant with ambition, pregnant with the possibilities. So something brand new is starting. So you're very, hopeful about this, seed that you might have planted back here and all of the possibilities of growing that project or growing that new something that you're working on, whatever you're working on. Whether it's growing a family actually or like business or money or investment, whatever it is, it's starting. The roots are taking hold and you're beginning to see the possibilities of something and you're pregnant with possibility. Obviously, some of you guys could actually be starting a family. Some of you guys could be considering or at least having conversations about getting pregnant and starting a family and what that looks like and what a successful family looks like to you and your partner. There could be an apology coming your way. Somebody in the past who has hurt you greatly is going to step forward with some sort of apology. Otherwise, if you don't get an actual apology, someone who has hurt you emotionally in the past, there's obviously an emotional attachment in the past, or you're going to get over that. You're going to recover from that. If we're talking about work and finances and stuff, I think that some previous financial situation or work situation or career situation that didn't work out for you previously is going to somehow level the playing field or even the scales, or like you're going to suddenly, it's not going to matter to you anymore. And you're going to be free of that maybe bitterness that you had thinking about them whenever you thought of the situation. So it's a release. It's a release overall. The Three of Swords in reverse is saying that you recover from a situation, whether it's an apology from a loved one, apology from an old friend, some sort of, just closure, I guess, from some situation comes through. That's in your destiny here. Some of you guys might have had a miscarriage or are struggling to get pregnant. And maybe the doctor says, look, it's going to be extremely difficult. So that's a possibility too. And that leaves you emotionally completely distraught and just not in a space where you're happy right now, right here. Yeah. So the Sun card is saying, it's bittersweet. So you're going to receive news and it's going to be bittersweet. It's not going to be the most awesome news, but it's not going to be the worst news. It's not going to leave you devastated. It's just going to be like a deflated feeling, a letdown, because you can be extremely optimistic. And so it's almost like, well, this was meant to be. That's okay. We'll work it out. The Sun card in reverse is saying, it will be okay. It will be okay. It will work out. It totally will work out. It's just not going to work out in the exact way you had hoped, is what it's saying. And that's possibly why you have the Queen of Cups next to it. Three of Swords here. What's going on here? People are not cooperating with you right now. Yeah. So people aren't cooperating with you right this second. You know what it is? I think a lot of you guys are feeling like things just aren't working out in your favor right now. And it's really pissing you off. And it's really making you feel like, why isn't everyone on Team Virgo right now? Why isn't anyone on, the winning team? Because I know how to do something. But the thing is, you have your own mental processes and you're working your way through that at the beginning of July, end of June. And as you work your way through that, you do get a brand new start. But that brand new start does leave you feeling slightly like, if one thing is working out, you're like, okay, cool, that's working out. And then your attention goes to another direction where you're like, this isn't working out. Why isn't this working out? It's like, well, you know what? Count your fucking blessings, Virgo. Some stuff is working out. So the other stuff that's not working out right now, give that a second to adjust and catch up to the good stuff. Do you know what I mean? So the Three of Swords in reverse is saying, yeah, you're going to get an apology. You're going to recover from a situation. It's going to take a second or two. Give it a fucking second, and allow yourself time to recover, especially if you've received news about maybe not being able to start a family right now or holding off, or maybe you're pregnant and you're like, oh, I wasn't expecting this. What the fuck? So it's going to be an experience like that in July. It seems like things aren't working out in your favor, but you have to okay, so one of two scenarios here. One, someone is trying to deceive you, and I do think that someone is straight up getting away with something from you, so you need to open your eyes, because you've got the Magician in reverse and you've got the Seven of Swords. So for sure, July, keep your eyes peeled, because someone is trying to, pull the wool over your eyes, even if it is an apology. It's like, okay, thanks for the apology. Now keep on trucking, because I don't actually want you in my life, but thanks for the apology anyway. So keep it moving in that direction. It's easy to say the Three of Swords is a third party situation, but I'm not going to say that for this because it is in the reverse. So I think that if it was a third party situation, it's over. And now you're getting the recovery from that, the apology from that, the aftermath of that. And it's up to you to decide what you want to do. Do you want to do a brand new start with this person or no? But I think the Seven of Swords is someone got away with something and they're going to try to get away with it again. Three of Pentacles, you can't trust this person. And there's no potential there. With the Empress here, I do think that there's no potential there. There's no sense of growth there because someone's not cooperating. And if it feels like, but things are working out, guess what? Check the paperwork because it looks like you're the only one who's willing to cooperate. So it sounds like you're the only one who's able to accommodate this other person. Now, let me ask you, is that fair? The answer is no, it's not fair. So let's see what's in the ultimate outcome in your future, the distant future. Well, you've got the King of Wands here. So some of you guys are dealing with a Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. They aren't exactly your knight in shining armor, but if you're paired up with someone like that, it's in the upright. So that's someone who you could probably follow their lead, take their advice, align yourself with them a little bit, unless this is you altogether. But I don't think so. I think this is someone in your life, and this is a good person to share your vision with and experience with. And it's like, I like that. I like that for you. Yeah, well, it looks like there is a financial loss and justice. Okay. Someone who got away with something is causing a lack of growth in your personal or home life. financially. I don't think anyone is stealing from you, but that's what it feels like. It feels like someone is getting away with something. It feels like they are stealing from you. It feels like you're getting the shit end of the stick. It feels like I don't think it's a fire sign who's doing it to you, but it could be. I feel like, well, whenever you see the swords, it's an air sign, right? But I feel like something is stunted. Something can't grow because there is a financial freeze. I say freeze. This also means like a loss. Like, I think it means like destitute or a loss or something. But with the snow here, it's ice cold. It's a freeze. It's like your account has been frozen. Like money, the flow, the richness, the flow is frozen because of someone stealing or getting away with something. And it's difficult for you to begin. So that's why I say it's bitter. Like, even if you got an apology, it's like a bittersweet thing. It's like, well, thanks for the apology. We're still broke. We're still frozen. Something's still on the outs with someone or something. And that's fucking you up. The Justice cards, though, in the upright overall is saying that it is a wish fulfillment. You will get something out of it. And in the end, hold tight. Justice will prevail. And and you know what's funny too is like, I don't even like, obviously this is the obvious is like, oh, court system, judicial system, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, street justice, you know what I mean? Like, it could be anything. It could be like someone like, they will not get away with it. It's street justice. So you're not going to be, and that's why it's bittersweet, because it's like, you don't want to see someone suffer, but if justice or if karma comes at them, like, look, you were getting away with something for so long, you were bound to get caught. You had to pay in some shape, way, or form. Yeah, all this drama is creating unnecessary strife within a relationship with the Lover's card in reverse. And that stress or that drama is making it difficult for you to fully grow the Empress upright. But it is in your destiny to receive some sort of recovery, apology, closure, something to a situation. Yeah. And let's do your advice. What is the Virgo advice for July? Virgo advice, July 2018. Virgo advice, July 2018. You know, this wasn't exciting, Virgo. I think someone's getting away with something, and you're going to get an apology soon, for sure. I don't necessarily see a lot of love. I see a difficulty starting a relationship, a difficulty for a liftoff. This was, of course, a general read, so I'm not specifically looking for work or love. I just read the energies that are coming through, and it seems predominantly like a romantic situation can't have liftoff until you have a financial situation settled, or at least some sort of security, and that because it's weighing heavy on you, so it's difficult for you to really have this blissful thing, even though you've got the Sun card. The Sun card and the Lover's card here, they're both reverse. So this like beautiful union, this fresh start, this new beginning, this something is making it difficult. And so you find yourself, you know, just kind of focusing on what you can focus on personally with the Nine of Coins. What is your advice? Your advice, Virgo, for July 2018. What is the Virgo advice, July 2018? Virgo advice, July 2018. Stop obsessing. You are not the fucking center of the universe. You're not so basically the advice that it's saying here, Virgo, is that, honestly, what I'm looking at in the overall spread here is that a lot of this stuff is out of your hands. A lot of this stuff is caused by somebody else. And I think that you're a byproduct of it, or you're a bystander of this. Maybe this is happening to a loved one or something. And all you can really do is focus on yourself right now, because you got to stay out of the fray. So as much as you want to fix a situation or lend a helping hand or come up with a solution, because that's what a Virgo typically does, you're unable to, because it's not your problem. So you can help shoulder concern and empathy, but it's ultimately not something that you can get too involved with. This is what I'm seeing. Because I don't see direct. I don't see direct. I think that things are going good for you, and that makes it difficult because you know that something is not going well for somebody close to you, is what I'm experiencing right now. You're not the fucking center of the universe. This is their problem. So it's not part of your universe, unfortunately. You can help. You can be there. But sometimes you just have to just be supportive and hang back. Okay? That's your advice. That is your July 2018 Virgo read. I know that it wasn't the most exciting thing, but it's only 4 of you guys who visit me. So, okay. Go to drunktarot.com for your free personal reading and follow me on Instagram, drunk.tarot. Bye, 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 bye.